What's going on, everybody? It's your main man Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get into it. Everybody smash the share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that like button as well. Show some love in the comments. Let's get it. Victims of gang stalking are gaslighted their entire lives by friends, family, and their entire neighborhood. Let's talk about it. When you're chosen and people are gang stalking you early on, you're trying to figure out what's going on. All you understand is that it's weird behavior going on. Once you become aware of it, you start to realize that bits and pieces of this you've been noticing your entire life. But now you're starting to fully become aware of what's going on. People are treating you different. People are doing weird things around you, and you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to talk to people. You're trying to get answers. Hey, do you experience this? Hey, does this happen to you? That happens to everybody. What are you talking about? I've never experienced that. Son, do you hear yourself? Or, bruh, what are you talking about? Nobody does that. People have been gaslighting you. They didn't want you to figure out the special thing about yourself, which is that you were chosen. They didn't want you to figure out that you have an anointing, that you are on a higher vibration than other people. That's why it was difficult for you to have conversations. You try to talk to people, you try to get to know people. People would always have their little weird ways of entertaining you than they do everybody else. When everybody else would talk, it would seem like they were on the same page. And when you would chime in or have something to say, it would feel like it was all a game or all a joke and nobody was taking you serious. It would feel like they wouldn't even want you around. But why did they keep you around? They kept you around so that they could feel better about themselves. They had to gaslight you, they had to put you down, and they had to make you doubt yourself and make you not feel good about yourself because you were better than all of them. And they knew it. So the one thing that you had to do was you had to constantly find yourself by yourself and just deal with it. Sometimes you would break off. Sometimes you just do your own thing. Everybody be in a group. You just be by yourself. And it wouldn't bother you because being by yourself gave you comfort. You didn't have to be around people that were trying to make you feel inadequate for unknown reasons. But once you figured out those reasons, once you figured out it was because those people were trash, once you figured out it was because those people had personality disorders, once you figured out it was because those people wanted to treat somebody bad instead of be a good person and treat somebody how they would like to be treated. All right. Even if they don't want to treat that person good, just treat them how you would want to be treated. If you don't want anybody to treat you bad and you don't if you want people to leave you alone that way, you leave people alone that way. But not everybody sees the world that way. Not everybody's morals are like that. Not everybody thinks that way. And that's what makes the world perfect just the way it is. All right. It would be boring if everybody was that way. Even though it would be cool if everybody was a good person, I'm sure it would be boring. All right. So it as they like to say, as they love to say, that their cliches go, it is what it is. So since it is what it is, people have been gaslighting you. All right. People know that it was something different about you. They knew that you were going to be great at something. They knew it was something special about you, but they didn't want you to know. All right. You always knew that it was something good about you. You always had an idea or a feeling that you were going to be rich or you were going to be successful. You always had a connection with God, always talking to God, always praying early on in life. Whenever there was a Bible around, you would open it and read it. All right. You always had a connection with the Most High. You always had a connection with nature, the universe, all those things. People always could sense early on that you were a spiritual person, and it scared people. People called you weird. People would say you were different. Oh, you're weird. Oh, you're different. They have all these mundane conversations and you don't have anything to discuss with them. You're not on their level. But honestly, they were wrong. They weren't on your level. All right, they weren't on your level of consciousness because you vibrate on a high frequency. You vibrate on a very high frequency. They can't keep up, and because they can't keep up and they're not where you're at, they want to try to bring you down. They want to make you feel like is something wrong with you, like you're dumb. They may have even called you stupid, tried to make you feel stupid, laugh at you, humiliate you, and it's all because you're better. I've worked at places and people have tried to publicly humiliate me. I didn't let it affect me and it didn't bother me. I just laughed at them and clowned them back, and then everybody got quiet once they figured out the quiet dude over there who don't say nothing. Nobody got a mouthpiece. Leave him alone. You know, they figured that out, but people will gaslight you because they have something in themselves that they hate, and they see you as somebody who doesn't hate anything about themselves, only because you love yourself so much, only because you have a lot of love for yourself, only because you love God, you're radiating joy, and you're vibrating on the presence of God, and you always have felt good. All right, as a chosen one, you've always had that connection to God. You've always felt real good. You felt so good, people tried to stop you from feeling so good. All right, you were so happy, people had to try to destroy your happiness, and had to try to stop it. All right, you're that connected to God that demons pop up and try to destroy your happiness and try to destroy how good you feel, because you're that connected to the Most High. God loves you that much. He got you walking around feeling good, feeling blessed, feeling anointed, and never disappointed. All right, as you're supposed to. You're supposed to feel anointed and never disappointed, and you're supposed to feel like you're standing under the spout where all the blessings are pouring out. Okay, that's how you're supposed to feel. And people knew that you were positive. You always had a positive outlook on things. When people were feeling down, you would always be there to lift somebody up. You always had something positive to say about something. Somebody didn't think they could get through something. You always, yes, you can. You could get through that. You could do it. You always had that positive mindset. And with whatever it was that you wanted to do, you always had that mindset for yourself as well, I'm sure. But people see greatness in you. People see that you can become something. People see that you have a knack for this or a talent for that, or people see that you have a future in certain things. But if they don't want you to be successful, if they have something against you, if they're gaslighting you, they're not going to want you to be successful in the areas that you want to be successful in. They may want to see you be successful, but it may not be how successful you want to be. They might want to only see you so much successful, while you see yourself as having unlimited success. They may not want you to have that much success. All right, so they won't want you to do what you want to do, because if you do what you want to do, you'll have unlimited success, where they only want you to have a only a little bit of success. All right. So if you're a victim of gang stalking and people were harassing you and trying to make it hard for you, and you wanted to go to people and talk to others about it, people would act like they didn't know what you were talking about. We don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what is this? Do you need some help? Do you need to see someone? You keep coming to us and telling us these things, but they're really happening. But the whole entire time, they got you thinking that it's something wrong with you. You're trying to find out why people are following you at work. You're trying to find out why people are trying to get in your way on purpose at your job. You're trying to find out why people just won't let you be. All you're trying to do is just be. All you're trying to do is just live. People just won't let you be. All right. And it's really bothering you, because it's affecting how you work. It's affecting how you live your life. It's affecting how you are as a person. And when people gaslight you about it and tell you that it doesn't happen, it's becomes more stressful, because you start to worry that you're never going to be able to find a solution. You start to think that I'm never going to be able to get out of this. There's no way out of this. And then that's how people sink into becoming depressed, because if you have something that you're going through and it's eating at you, and there's no way to release the anger, there's no way to get rid of the depression, there's no way to solve the problem, then the person is going to start to just feel like there's nothing they can do, and then they start to accept it. Then all the bad thoughts that come along, well, if you accept one bad thought, then a whole bunch of other bad thoughts are going to come. And that's why these people behavior is so wicked and evil, because once they back a person in a corner into thinking negatively, that person is going to destroy themselves with their own mind. All right. And people have gaslighted you and act like they didn't do this to you. People are acting like they didn't cause you these traumas, smiling in your face, walking up to you, saying hello, trying to talk to you and ask you how your life is going. People knew that it was something special about you, and they did not want you to ever figure it out. They just wanted you to stay a plain, normal, everyday person just like them. They don't want you to discover the true power that you have. They don't want you to discover your true potential. They want you to stay right where they're at because they don't have any potential and they're not going too far. So that's why they gaslighted you. They tried to set you up with something easy. They tried to set you up with something safe, something normal, because the people were gaslighting you and they didn't want you to reach your full potential. They didn't want you to go after anything too hard, is what they may call it, or anything too difficult, because if you would have accomplished that, it would have been better than what they did. Or people might have not wanted to be around you if you became what you were supposed to become, or if you became something better, or if you became something great. But it's up to you. If you want to be something great, it's up to you. How much work you put in, how much effort you put in, that's up to you. But people will gang stalk you. They'll try to discourage you. People have tried to stop you from doing every simple thing that you've tried to do in your life. It seems like people tried to stop you and tried to discourage you. But I'm here to tell you today that don't stop and don't be discouraged and keep going no matter what. No matter what they try to do to try to get in your head, it's going to come to a point to where it doesn't even bother you and your mind figures out ways to get around it. All right, because talking to people about it and trying to get an answer, trying to talk to someone, you're only going to get further gaslit. So what you have to do is you have to go to God and you have to turn inward. You have to go inside and you have to ask God for answers, and then answers will come to you. Maybe then it will come from a person, or maybe it'll come from some type of information or some book or some website or pamphlet. Some type of information will come your way. But what you have to do is you have to ask God, God, what's going on? Help me with this. Why is this happening? Why are people following me? Why are people stalking me? Why are every time I go to try to talk to somebody about it, nobody is understanding? You got to figure these things out. And once you figure out that you can go to God, once you figure out that you can talk to God about it, once you figure out that you don't have to keep suffering, once you figure out that you were actually targeted, it wasn't you, there's nothing that you could have done. I'm going to keep saying that, and I don't care how many times I have to keep saying that. There's nothing that you did to deserve that. These people felt some type of way about you, and they singled you out, and they grouped up against you ever since the beginning. All right, ever since your first job, ever since school, ever since everything you tried to do, whatever social setting, whatever group you tried to get into, people always tried to treat you different than everybody else. People always tried to single you out because they never wanted you to take a leadership role. They never wanted you to have a role of leadership. They never wanted you to be in a higher position than them. They don't even care if somebody else was in a higher position than the both of you. They just don't want you in a higher position than them. If they can't control you, if they can't make you do what they want you to do, if they can't make you act how they want you to act, then now here come the games. Then they're going to try to make you and force you to be what they want you to be. They're going to try to force you into submission by the stalking. And then when you try to get it figured out, when you try to find a solution, then they're going to hit you with the gaslighting. So it's a cycle that people have tried to keep you in your entire life. They try to keep you in a constant state of confusion because narcissists gaslight. Okay, and only narcissistic people gang stalk. All right, the people who can't force you to do things against your will, the people who can't make you to do what they want you to do, the people who can't turn you into who they want you to be. All things uh, centered around control. People trying to control you and turn you into what they want, try to get you to do what they want, try to get you to stop doing something that you're doing, try to get you to stop representing something, try to get you to not to be something. And that's why they gaslighted you the whole entire time, because they never wanted you to be what you were supposed to be. You were supposed to be something powerful, something that's going to change the world, something that's going to have impact. God is going to use you, and they didn't want you to be in the position for God to use you. They wanted you to give up. They wanted you to give up hope. They wanted you to fall down the path of destruction, all from their negativity and how they wanted your life to go. They didn't want you to achieve what God has for you. Everybody has a vision. Some people's vision is larger than others. Don't let anybody stop you from trying to achieve your vision. Everybody has a vision. Some people's vision is different. Some people's vision look one way, some people's vision look another way. But don't let anybody try to stop you or hold you back from achieving your goals or accomplishing your vision. Gang stalk, gaslight, whatever. You are great. You can accomplish great things. Even if you fail, you can still succeed. And if you fail again, you can still succeed again and again and again and again. So don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything get to you. Don't let nothing get in the way. And no matter who doesn't want to see you make it, no matter who wants to try to discourage you, you still have the power within you to achieve what you want to achieve. You still have the power within you to get to where you want to get. Whatever you don't have, you have the power to get it. Even if you feel you can't get it, you can get it. All you have to do is shift your mind, change your thoughts, see yourself as the one with it. Don't allow these people to make you feel bad. Don't allow these people to keep you stuck. Don't allow these people to keep you in that cycle. All right. They can't gaslight you anymore. They may try to gang stalk you, but they can't gaslight you because you're aware and you know what they're up to. Now you know how to prevent it. You know how to protect your energy, and you know how to stay focused. You know how to not let their foolishness bother you, because energy vampires need energy, and when you don't give the vampires any energy, it's like shining the sun on them. They start melting, they start dying. So what we have to do is continue to focus and not allow ourselves to be gaslit. Okay, they're gang stalking us, but we have to keep our focus, and that's what's going to get us out of this thing. When you pray and ask for God to help you with the gang stalking, you're going to get focus. So I'm telling you right now, focus on focusing up. These people may try to gaslight you, gang stalk you, distract you, try to steal your attention. When you pray to God and ask for help, He's going to give you focus. So it's all about focusing on yourself, focusing on your goals, not letting these people distract you throughout the day, not letting them take your mind off of your good, your happiness, your joy, you enjoying your day. That's their main goal. And anybody tries to tell you anything other is enabling you or trying to gaslight you, and this is nothing that you need to discuss with anyone now. You have to take this on. You have to own this, because you're chosen, you're anointed. You have the connection with God. You talk to God about it. You pray about it, and once God gives you focus, you take that focus and you use it to fix your life, to make your life better, to not pay attention to lames and losers. And you take that focus and you use it to manifest things that you want in your life, to make your life better and to have the life that you want, because that's why they're paying attention to you and copying you and doing all these weird things in the first place, is because you truly have the potential to become something great. And once you take that focus, once you take all that energy and ignore all the things going on around you and really focus and hone in on your skills and your craft and what you want to do with your life, you will be unstoppable. They won't be able to do anything to you except try to get on your nerves, if you let them. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Shout out to all the survivors out there. Keep working on your mind. Keep working on your energy. Keep praying to God. Keep shielding yourself. Keep putting on the armor of God, and keep strengthening yourself. Keep telling yourself that you are strong. Keep telling yourself that you are God to your enemies. And you will feel the power. You will feel the surgence of energy, and you will win, and you will come out triumphant. So thank you for watching this video. This has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see each and every one of y'all in the next video. DruTube out.